Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing on this Friday, July 3rd, 2020? And I want to welcome you to another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you the best in metal-related content right here on YouTube. I want to welcome you to Metal Album Warfare Fridays right here on the channel. Hope you've been enjoying that. So tonight I have two metal elites doing battle, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. We have Obituary Cause of Death going up against Mayhem's Live in Leipzig. Obituary Cause of Death released in 1990 on Road Racer Records. Mayhem's Live in Leipzig CD version released in 1994 on Avant-Garde Music. And before we get into this, I want to talk a little bit about the vocalists of each of these bands. Of course, John Tardy of Obituary, Per Olin, aka Dead of Mayhem, two of the most unique voices in my opinion in black and death metal. And tragically, Dead committed suicide April 9th of 1991, which was a huge blow to the black metal world and a huge blow to metal in general, considering how unique he was. And his stage performance at this time was one of the most unique, where he'd cut himself up, bleed on the audience and shit like that, which I thought was just fucking awesome. I mean, that's the extreme of black metal. So again, we have two extreme metal albums here doing battle. So let's just get right into it here. First we have Obituary's Infected going up against Mayhem's Death Crush. And my god, man, both of these fucking tracks are so phenomenal, with Infected being a brutal slab of rotten death metal and Death Crush being an atmospheric, cold, dark piece of black metal. The riffing and drumming on both of these tracks is top-notch. The vocals are top-notch. The bass is top-notch. And in terms of overall direction and emphasis on each of the genre's extremes, both of these tracks serve very well to deliver what they were going for. And it's going to be hard to choose a winner, but I think I'm going to give the first point to Obituary. So we have a 1-0 lead for Obituary. Next up, we have Obituary's Body Bag going up against Mayhem's Necrolust. Both tracks absolutely fucking incredible in what they're going for: the delivery, the emotion, conviction, instrumentation and passion, lyrics, vocals. So again, going to be a hard choose on this one. Body Bag's an amazing song. Necrolust is a very incredible song from Mayhem. I'm going to give this point to Mayhem, so we have a 1-1 tie. Next up, we have Obituary's Chopped in Half versus Funeral Fog. And of course, Funeral Fog's an amazing song from Mayhem, but it's not one of my favorites from them. It's still really good. Obituary's Chopped in Half, absolutely fucking deadly and amazing. So I'm going to give that one to Obituary. So we have a 2-1 lead for Obituary. Next up, we have Obituary's Circle of the Tyrants versus Mayhem's The Freezing Moon. And of course, I'm giving that one to Mayhem all the way, because Freezing Moon is just an absolute fucking classic. So we've got a 2-2 tie going on right now. Next up, we have Obituary's Dying going up against Carnage from Mayhem. And again, two incredible tracks here. Mayhem's Carnage, one of my favorite songs from them, but also Dying from Obituary being one of my favorites there as well. So, I mean, just classics. And these albums are so hard to compare because of everything they did right, and what they did for both of these genres and extreme metal in general is unparalleled. And I think if you overlook either Mayhem or Obituary in black and death metal, then you're seriously not seeing the big picture, in my opinion, because I love both these albums. That's why I have both of these albums. This one's going to be a tie, so we have a 3-3 tie. Next up, we have Obituary, Find the Arise versus Mayhem's Buried by Time and Dust. And Buried by Time and Dust, another incredible track from Mayhem, absolutely. And of course, Find the Arise from Obituary. Just fucking phenomenal stuff there as well. I mean, again, I knew this was going to be a hard episode. Most of these episodes have been ties, because the albums that I have, like I've said in previous episodes, it's very difficult for me to pick winners, because my albums that I pick are all just fucking amazing. So we're going to have another tie with that one, because they're both so fucking awesome. Next up, we have Obituary Cause of Death versus Mayhem's Pagan Fears. And again, that classic death versus black metal going on here, and just stuff that cannot be rivaled, in my opinion, because of this time and these bands just doing what they do and doing it so well. It's going to be very, very difficult for me to pick a winner in this battle, but I just want to say that both of these bands I don't think would be, I don't think metal would be the same without these bands, and these bands would go on to create some really amazing stuff and keep metal alive for a long time. But I mean, there's a lot within both genres, but I think Obituary and Mayhem are two of the greatest in black and death metal. So on this one, I'm going to give it to Obituary. So Obituary has the lead now. Next up, we have Obituary's Memories Remain versus Mayhem's Chainsaw Gutsfuck. And I mean, it's absolutely, both those tracks just fucking amazing and absolutely incredible stuff here with both tracks, both albums. And I'm going to have to give this one a tie as well. So we have another tie, but with Obituary having the slight edge here. Next up, we have Obituary Turned Inside Out versus Mayhem's Pure Fucking Armageddon. And Pure Fucking Armageddon, one of the greatest songs ever written, in my opinion, from Mayhem. And I know a lot of people didn't like that demo. They're like, oh, it's too raw, it's too primitive, it's just a mess. Well, the song Pure Fucking Armageddon is a whole other thing entirely. I don't have Pure Fucking Armageddon on cassette. I want to get it because I am absolutely enthralled by that demo and how great it was and what it did for black metal. But I think I'm going to give this one to Mayhem's Pure Fucking Armageddon. So to total it up, we have one for Obituary, one for Mayhem, one for Obituary. So that's 1, 2, how many for Obituary? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 points for Obituary. For Mayhem, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have a 7-6 victory for Mayhem's Live in Leipzig right here. Because there were some ties as well. But I mean, see how close this was? Both albums, amazing. Pick them up if you don't have them. I highly recommend you getting them. And if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell so you don't miss anything. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Music of Destruction. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Music of Destruction. The Seed podcasts are ongoing. Episode number 23, The History of Dio Part 2. Working on that right now. Will be out tomorrow for you guys. It's taken a bit longer because I just wanted to do a great job with it. Patreon.com/Music of Destruction. Select the $5 tier. Get access to those podcasts. Thank you so much for your support. Also, my buddy Colton James and I are doing a new YouTube channel called Reviews on the Run. And we're going to be doing movie and game reviews. So here's a clip of what you can expect from the new channel. Enjoy.
My name is Scarlett Marlowe, and I'm a student in urban archaeology.
What was that?
You best back off. I'm getting a little pissed here.
Hell, it's about time.
And we are back. I want to give some shout outs to Metal Bands Chronicles, Shadows of Death Records, King of Swords, Acid Metal, Backwards Metal, and Furry's Nerd Cave. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. We will see you for Metal Album Review Tuesdays. Stay fucking metal. Cheers.